Hey everybody, it's me, Jared Guynes. Today I have an unboxing and review for you of the brand new 2019 Nerf Rival Perses, and this is the retail edition. This is exactly what you're going to be able to get at retailers all across the United States and the world very soon. This blaster is going to come out officially on October 1st, 2019. And I had a chance to play with this at the New York Toy Fair, and that video is already on my channel if you want to see my first look of the Rival Perses. But it's important to note that the Perses that we saw at the Toy Fair and the Perses that we saw at the Epic Nerf Battle earlier in the year was not the production version. In fact, any Perses that you've seen on YouTube that didn't come out of an actual box, not the production version. So it's very important that we review the actual production version of this blaster because that's what you, the viewer, is actually going to encounter at Target, Walmart, etc. in your country. So let's open it up and see exactly what you're gonna get. Included in the box is the Rival Perses Blaster, 50 high-impact Rival rounds in the instructions, a battery charger, and a proprietary Rival Perses battery pack. Guys, this is a 9.6 volt rechargeable battery, and if you happen to have a Prometheus or a Terra Scout that also have rechargeable batteries, or you have the rechargeable battery pack for, let's say, like a Nemesis, any of those are going to be compatible with this plug here. So it does come with everything you need to plug it into the wall and enjoy right out of the box, but I'm just saying that if you have other Nerf battery chargers, they're gonna work with this one as well. So guys, I just put the battery pack in right out of the box, and I wanna point out that, yes, this thing is charged out of the box. Now Nerf is gonna recommend, and I'm also gonna recommend that you fully charge the battery before you actively use it. But I just wanna point out that this unit was shipped with at least a partially charged battery, which means that if you wanted to, you could load this thing up and get going immediately. So there's a lot of things we're going to talk about in today's video, but the best thing of all, and this is my favorite part, is the rate of fire. The Rival Perses is the fastest firing Rival Blaster ever made. First, it was the Nemesis in 2017, shot really fast. And the Prometheus in 2018 shot even faster than that. But now in 2019, we have the Rival Perses, and it shoots this fast. Let's go! So we went ahead and put all 50 rounds here into the top loading hopper, and I'll show you how all that works in a second. But first I want to show you to put in the battery. So the battery comes like this, 9.6 volt, and you just plug it straight in to the front. Now watch, it snaps. Now once it's snapped in there, it's not going anywhere. That also gives you a little bit of counterbalance weight, so it makes the blaster feel a lot more balanced with that weight in there in the front. But no matter how much you shake it around or hit it or drop it or throw it, this battery's not gonna go anywhere because there's a two-step system to release. So here on the bottom of the blaster, if you wanna look, you have this release button that you have to press, and then separately, you also have to press this, which does a spring. So even if you just press this by itself or pull this by itself, neither one of those is gonna work. You have to use two hands, push this and pull, and that's what's gonna make the battery spring load right out of there. So let's do an external overview of the Perses. Okay, so external overview of the Perses here. You've got a big handle, and we have some indentions here for your hand. I have a big 35-year-old man hand here, and there's plenty of room for more in here. So I think that any adult's definitely gonna be able to grip this thing nice and easy. Now you have a rev trigger here, which isn't gonna work if the door's not completely shut and the battery's not inserted. And then you have your fire trigger here. Right here on the side, you're gonna have your safety switch, which you can turn on and off. And I do want to point out that that's on both the left and the right side, so you can do it either way that you want if you want to have a safety. Down here in the bottom, we have a sling attachment point, and this is only one sling attachment point on this handle down here, but we have another one up here in the front. So you got 1 and 2 sling attachment points if you want to put in any sort of over-the-top grip on it. Now here on the top, we have the jam door. So this is also locked, but there's a spring-loaded button here. When you press, you can slide. And if you look in here, you could see the flywheels inside the blaster. So if there happens to be some jammed round or something gets chewed up or something in there inside those flywheels, you can get in through this door to clear it out. Now, there is on the back side a hopper release. So even though you won't often have to do it, you can pull this back and watch here as I pull it back, the whole thing pops up and you can actually release this. Now, once you release this, this is a contained unit, and we could see inside the blaster, and you can see it uses a very similar belt-driven feed system, just like the Prometheus and the Nemesis before it. But I would really compare this to almost like a handheld Prometheus with an even faster rate of fire. Now this hopper here that we have that holds 50 darts, they're not going to sell this separately, and you can ask and whine and beg all you want, Nerf Nation. It's just not going to happen. Now, you could just buy more Perses if you want to and get more of these, but the whole idea of having these preloaded and like in your tactical vest or whatever, it's not going to happen. They're not going to release these like this. This is a proprietary just for the Perses. And when you have something so specific like that it can't work in any other blaster, it just doesn't make business sense for them to mass manufacture and sell these separately. But you can remove it. So you can remove it to clear jams, you can remove it to get into here if you need to, and then it just snaps right back into place. Nice and easy peasy. Now to open up the door, it's just easy here. It just has a slight little plastic lock. You just pull it and this little plexiglass door will open up and you could just sort of dump the rounds in here. Now this does take standard Nerf high impact rounds that come in a variety of colors now. There's Star Wars red and Overwatch orange, and then all the different sort of cosplay blasters that have been released over 2019. But these Nerf Rival rounds are great and they fire fine. So this does come with 50 of them. Now I want you to notice too that it does know via this little button down in here if the door is open or not. So you cannot fire the blaster, at least in its stock form with the door open. You do have to completely shut the door for it to rev up. Also on this side, we have a little bit of the paint here. So we got the Rival logo, we got some of these cool stripes, and just like we've seen on some of the other Rival blasters over the years on the backside, we get none of that. So we just got plain red plastic here, but the overall design and look of this thing is rad, and there's just no denying that. This is a good looking blaster. This is some real science fiction looking stuff here, the design of it and the way it goes up, and it's light enough too that you can hold one in your hand and you could just point it. And as some people have pointed out, this is certainly the highest performance stock Nerf blaster that you can dual wield. So you can have one in your right hand, you can have one in your left hand, and I've even heard about some third-party modifications coming out with vacuum-fed backpacks that can just keep pumping ammo into this. I think that's probably the weak link on the Perses, honestly, is you're gonna run out of ammo fast. Do the math. 8 rounds a second, 50 rounds. That's what, 6 seconds? You have about 6 or 7 seconds if it can fire all 50 before you have to reload again. And just like the Mag Strike that can also discharge ammo very quickly, it's nothing fun about picking up ammo and reloading it. So I think that solutions to increase the hopper capacity or to maybe force the hopper capacity from your backpack through a tube and into the top would be really interesting to see from the third party. Also guys, just so I don't miss it, here on the bottom there is a tactical attachment point here. So if you had one of the mono grips that they put out in the past, or a flashlight, a laser, or some other Nerf accessory that you want to put on the bottom here, you could definitely put it on so it hangs off the front and bottom of that blaster. So as of the release here in 2019 in October, they're going to have a Team Red version and a Team Blue version. There will be no white version of the blaster. We're not going to have any of the Phantom Core version, at least not yet. I wouldn't be surprised if this blaster does super well, like I think it will, if we don't see a Target exclusive Phantom Core version in 2020 or beyond. I really don't know, I'm just speculating. But the highlight here, I think, is the portability and the performance. And the fact that for, $99.99, or as my commenters say, Jared, just say $100, okay? Hey, if they're charging $100, I'll say $100. But they're not charging $100, they're charging $99.99, and a penny matters. You'll learn that when you grow up, kids. So I like that for less than $100, you can get a blaster with a charger and a battery that has ultra high performance. And just a year ago, to get a little bit less performance than this, we had to spend $200 for the Prometheus, which, by the way, is probably my favorite Nerf blaster of all time. But after firing the Perses and playing with it, it might have to be my second favorite blaster of all time. So I want to just shoot a few rounds at the door again. I want you guys to see how fast this comes out. And I want to be clear too, the battery is not fully charged. This is right out of the box. So we could be able to get a little bit more voltage and a little bit higher discharge rate if we had fully charged the battery like Nerf intends for you to. But I'm impatient and I want to shoot it right now. So let's go. right, so I think the next thing that we need to do is take this out into the backyard. Let's see how the range is on the Perses and also fire it through the chronograph to see exactly how hard it's shooting. It's a super hot day here in Texas. You notice my shirt changed just because this portion of the video was filmed on a different day than the rest. Rival Perses 2019 Chrono Testing. I see that just now, over 100 FPS average on a stock Perses, stock battery, 9.6 volt right out of the box. 100 plus, 105, 107. Goodness gracious, this is a fast firing, powerful firing stock Nerf Blaster, 100 plus FPS, you saw it. All right guys, I think it's time for my final thoughts. The Rival Perses is undeniably my pick for the #1 blaster of 2019. And my number 2 is going to be the Titan CS50 because it's huge and it's fun. And my number 3 is probably going to be the Revoltinator. This blaster is so fun. It is so unbelievably fun. When I got to put my hands on it at the beginning of the year at the New York Toy Fair, I knew immediately that this was the coolest blaster of the entire show. The size, the look, the capacity, the speed, the performance. This is a blaster that's got it all, and it's got it at a price point under $100, which thank you Nerf for doing that. You remember just a year ago, we were paying $200 for Prometheus. That's like as much as a video game console for some people. So to have a blaster that's, it's still very expensive, but it's a lot more cost effective than a Prometheus was. This thing is so fun to shoot, and it's a lot easier to hold. It's a lot lighter. It's quick and easy to mess with. It's a lot less unruly than a Prometheus is. So I like the look of it, I like the feel of it, and I like shooting a lot of balls really fast at the wall or my friends or opponents or whatever the case is while they're wearing proper eye protection. And I think that if any one of you guys are into Rival, if you're not, you know, a dart guy, and I know a lot of people are into darts, or dart lady, or dart whomever, if you're into Rival, there's no question at all, you need to own a Perses. You need to own one. Now, whether you want a beautiful red one or an icky blue one, that's up to you. I'm not gonna get into the minutia of those statements, but I think there's no question that this is an incredible blaster. It's a lot of toy, it's a lot of innovation, and anyone would love to have this. So consider picking one up this Christmas, this fall. I think that you're not gonna go wrong with this and you're gonna love it. And as a special bonus, let's do this. So listen, I'm trying to grow my page this year to 100,000 subscribers. And I've made a lot of segue. In fact, I'm nearly at 50,000 subscribers, but I can't do it without your help. And I want to give one lucky viewer their own brand new Rival Perses, and I don't care where in the world you live. So on October 1st, on the release date, I will personally ship you a brand new Rival Perses in your choice of red or blue, anywhere in the world, if you're the random lucky chosen winner. And all you have to do to win is this. Number 1, subscribe here to my channel. Number 2, like this video, please. And number 3, leave a comment below, any comment you like. You can leave a statement, which I like to read, a sentence, a paragraph, an observation, something kind. Probably not gonna pick you if you say something mean or ugly, so watch yourself, guys. Be kind to everyone. But subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll pick somebody and announce it on October 1st on my Instagram channel. All right, guys, that's all I have for now. What do you think about the 2019 Rival Perses? Is that definitely going to be something you buy, or is it going to be something that you need to pass on? Let me know in a comment below, and remember, you can win one. Rival Perses, man, that's what it's all about. Until next time, this is Guynes telling you to be epic.